Yeah, but how am I want to record.
Okay, so you are recording right now.
Oh, I'm on now.
Yeah.
I beg your
You
pardon.
can start if
Sorry.
you want and start again.
Sorry?
You can start if you want and start again.
By clicking on.
Same button.
Oh, that's the one I was looking for. Stop. Oh, I see.
Hit stop recording and then record again and off you go.
Thanks so much. Thank you. I'm sorry, bad start there. I wanted to speak to you about telescopy. I found out. You're right. I call it nature's telescope. Microscope. I found out that I just giving you the bare details. The other ones I discovered it by accident. I'm able to see the stars. I'm able to see the stars at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, as big as the sun, through a telescope. It's discovered, rather than invented. Discovered rather than invented. I had a Japanese. This is
quarter to 11.
about
He and I will set off.
1971, I think it was. I had a Japanese telescope.
Well, I've got several.
I forgot to take the dust cap off. I had it on. It was either infinity or the opposite to infinity. And I was looking through, and I saw discs, pearly discs as big as the sun. And I couldn't work out what this was. But anyway, apparently they are telescopic views of the stars, or some of them. You can only see a few at a time. At the center of the galaxy, in what they call the Milky Way, where it looks like dust, which is actually stars. And you see these objects as big as the sun, and even a bit bigger. I worked out that it really is so. They call it nature's telescope, nature's microscope. All you need is a telescope. Leave the dust cap on. And put it on infinity, or I've forgotten whether it's infinity or the opposite to infinity. You have it at either extreme, and it might work. I think it works at both extremes, but it works better at one extreme than the other. But I've forgotten which one is the better one. Possibly the infinity one. I'm only guessing. I don't know. I can't remember. But you will see if you look out. You have to. Whether you do it through glass, it's better probably outside. I mean, you have to get away from the lights of the nearest cities. You do it either through outside or through glass, but better outside. And you will see discs showing these objects the center of the galaxy, as big as the sun. But that's how I discovered it, and that's how you do it. You just get a telescope, leave the dust cap on, focus it on either infinity or the other way around, the opposite to that. But one works better than the other. I've forgotten which is the one that works better now. And you will actually see the stars, a few of them at a time, as big as the sun and even bigger. This is an actual magnification. I've worked it out and proved that it is an actual magnification. Because what's happening, I'll tell you what's happening. The dust cap is acting as a filter, filtering out the light. It doesn't filter out all the light, of course. It filters out a lot of the light. And what we're actually seeing, the reason it is, well, as I say, it's called nature's telescope, which is, in other words, you're using the atmosphere of the Earth, of the eyepiece lens, and
It's always fast.
the atmosphere of the sun as the other end. I've forgotten the name. There is a name to it, of course. The far end of the telescope, the lens. And this is nature's telescope. The atmosphere of the Earth is acted as the eyepiece lens, and the magnetic. I think it's probably more like the magnetic fields rather than the atmosphere, though it could be both. And the other one, at the other end, is of the sun, and this is forming nature's telescope, and that's why we can see these objects that far away, so big. That basically is it. You really need to get my article, or articles I should say, on the subject. They're called LLNT1, and there's LLNT2, LLNT3, LLNT4, or maybe an LLNT5, I'm not sure. But anyway, there are those four. And I think the last one covers them all, so just read the last one. And you will be amazed. There is an alleged explanation for this, which is completely false. It actually is genuine. As I say, using the atmosphere of the Earth as the eyepiece lens, and the atmosphere or the magnetic field probably is more true, or it could be both, of the sun. The objective lens, of course, the eyepiece and the objective lens is creating what I call nature's telescope. And that's why you can see these very different subjects so big. It's just supposed to be more of a novelty than anything else. But you could create a planetarium of the results, which would greatly please the children and certainly many adults. But it's more of a novelty than anything else. You can only see a few of the objects at the centre of the galaxy. You can't. It doesn't work on any other objects, I don't think, anyway. It only works on objects. Or it might, you could try it. It only works on objects, I found anyway, at the centre of the galaxy. That's what they call nature's telescope. And it would also work if you used a microscope. Why do you put a dust cap on the microscope and look at best done outside, but you can look through glass, but it's less good that way, I think. And that's the bare bones of it. But don't forget, you really need to read my articles, L1, 2, 3, and 4, to get the last one more or less covers them all, so just read the last one for quick reading, and you've got the lot. And there you have it.
Well, you need to copy yourself.
Now, this is a completely different subject. This is really in economics, but I found out how to share the wealth, which details of which I think I covered in an earlier video. Basically, you work out the wealth of the country, and divide it out amongst all the breadwinners, which you do annually. You have to get the government to do it and pay the government double what everyone else gets, and also the opposition of the government. Otherwise, they won't do it. So you get the government to do it and pay them double as an incentive. But anyway, make sure you give them enough incentive to do this. Otherwise, of course, they probably won't do it. Especially as it's rich, they won't like they're sharing things out. But it would save the world situation economically. Partly there's a world economic crash coming due to spending, the United States in particular, but other countries as well, spending money they haven't got. And that's going to cause hyperinflation. And ultimately, I don't know how long it'll take. Don't know. But you're going to have a crash. And my spread the wealth idea would prevent that. Okay. Now I have written on many other subjects. I've written altogether hundreds of articles, originally thousands, on scores of subjects, originally hundreds, but scores of subjects anyway. I mean, I'm talking about the main subjects, the top subjects. so that I found out I've solved pretty well all the mysteries of the universe. I'm not giving too much detail on the spread the wealth. Well, yes, in addition to that, I announced that instead of taxing people through income, tax them through purchase. So have purchase tax replace income tax, and have yes, pay by productivity and not time. Pay by productivity and not time. And there are other things which I've now forgotten. There are other subjects I have. There are other subjects that I have written on copiously, but they're mostly in articles, and I put lots on tweets to Twitter and a few to Facebook, but mostly to Twitter. But I haven't said much on video as yet, anyway. So, you know what they're doing, so the way things are going. But anyway, see, the world, unfortunately, is not interested in general in the truth. Just isn't. So,
you want that one or that one?
as I say, that I speak about personal evolution and subjects like marriage, and but I cover all the main subjects.
So first thing you're going to do is go to VFS, is it?
So that's about it. I can't give out much more detail now at the moment. Thank you for listening. If you did, those who did. That's about it. Okay, thank you, folks.
I like to use, and most people use
Bye.
these days.
Goodbye.
It's also